Hello folks, this is Chaps. Today we're gonna be talking about the new flavor of the month, Playerunknown's Battlegrounds. For those of you that have lived under a rock for the last year, Playerunknown's Battlegrounds is a third-person style shooter that has taken Steam by storm. Officially, Battlegrounds is still on the early access, but even though the game has still not officially been released, it has already amassed a staggering $180 million in revenue. Not bad for a game that still has not finished development. Battlegrounds is a success story of one of the worst relatively new aspects of the game industry, the early access. And it just seems symptomatic of our personal inability to postpone our enjoyment of games. We want new games and we want them now. Fortunately, Playerunknown Battlegrounds has been shown to be one of the best examples of early access done right. Bluehole, the developer of Battlegrounds, has tried to listen to the players' concerns regarding the development of the game, bugs, glitches, and balancing aspects of the game. This has resulted in what is arguably the best example of how to do early access. First, allow the first wave of players into a bare-bones experience that works, even though it is not finished. Then iron out kinks, keep adding features at a steady pace, and most importantly of all, listen to your player base. However, it is not all peaches and cream for Bluehole. There have been a couple of controversies surrounding the game in the past couple of weeks. The first one had to do with the addition of microtransactions into the game. Microtransactions, that beautiful way of fleecing us consumers. Bluehole has announced the addition of a crate and key cosmetic DLC system. Very a la CSGO, minus the casino-like controversies, at least for the time being. These news disillusioned a lot of gamers that were touting both this game and its developer as men of the people, and the fact that the decisions of this company might be based on greed was like getting diarrhea on your honeymoon for a lot of players. There is an added bonus to this controversy. Considering Battlegrounds has not yet been fully released, and development is still an ongoing endeavor, the decision to charge money for features present in an incomplete game has been a controversial one at best, and a pernicious one at worst. Brendan Green, the Playerunknown himself, has responded to all of these controversies by indicating that from every 3 crate pack, only 1 would need a purchase, and that no non-cosmetic content would really be locked behind a paywall. He also mentioned the early access is meant to test features of a game before it goes fully live. Brendan Green said, "The idea of testing prior to full implementation is at the heart of adding every new game feature in our game. And this includes the crate and key system, which we believe will serve as the foundation of a healthy economy after launch." Green also wrote, "This is an economy that would and should benefit all players, both who are willing to pay and who are not willing to pay for vanity items. It is important that all of our players are able to enjoy the various items that will be provided for customization, and it is even more crucial that we have a stable, self-sustaining economy that maintains the value of the items you have purchased or gained." Now, I'm not going to bash the developer for his statement, but I think that the manner of how this has been brought up has resulted in a good-sized chink on Battlegrounds' otherwise seemingly pristine armor. The way that I see it, as long as they are not locking up gameplay or weapons behind a paywall, I do not mind it as much. The second controversy has actually polarized the community in a much more pervasive manner, through the introduction of the term stream sniping. Stream sniping is a matter of cheating whereby a player will attempt to connect to the same lobby as a popular streamer with the intent of using the footage from the stream to gain an unfair advantage. During this week, popular Twitch streamers Summit1G and Shroud were streaming together. During these streaming sessions, both Summit and Shroud were sniped on numerous occasions, and the streamers claimed several of these were done by people that were present at the stream. One of such players was Loto. Loto was banned from Playerunknown Battlegrounds shortly thereafter, and he was eventually informed it had been because of stream sniping. although Loto has claimed that he doesn't even watch Twitch. The important part of this story comes from the developer's response. Brendan Green responded, "I have seen the data the community team looked at before issuing the ban, and the ban was indeed justified." Green mentioned in his Twitter account, "The tracking data shows that the player in question tried to join the same lobby as their target multiple times. While we understand we cannot prove that his player was watching the target's broadcast, we see no other reason why they would consistently attempt to be in the same lobby as someone who is broadcasting live other than to have an advantage in the game." So essentially, after analyzing the data, the developer notes that they can only prove Loto was trying to log in the same lobby as their target multiple times, and they admit that this is not conclusive proof that Loto was stream sniping, but they cannot think of another reason why the player might have been attempting to do that. Well, how about for the bragging rights of consistently bringing down a well-known player? How about if he was recording his own footage and he wanted to make a montaged video of him bringing these famous players down? Maybe he just did not necessarily like these players and playing aggressively against them made him happy in the pants. I don't know. There are myriad reasons that Loto might have had to do this, and none of these conclusively prove that he was actively cheating. Yet the developer decided to take a caustic measure within hours of the event taking place. Of course, the backlash generated by this instance was almost immediate, and the specifics of this situation have made it one of the most polarizing instances revolving this game. I think that the developer should have erred in the side of caution until more data had been compiled, and the conclusion was more definitive. Failing to do so has rightly put the developer in hot water. Now let me be clear. This does not mean I condone cheating, stream sniping, or taking advantage of any of these means in order to gain an unfair advantage in a competitive game. However, since the community of this game has grown to such a sizable proportion, I think the developer has to become more diligent before taking these unilateral decisions. In the end, all these controversies go to show that as a game grows in popularity, so do the expectations of the community. Is it fair? Maybe not, but that is just the price of fame, baby. After all is said and done, each one of us needs to make a decision regarding how much weight we put on these controversies and if they have irrevocably tarnished the otherwise unblemished reputation of a wonderful new game. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Also, let me know if you want to see more of this kind of content. I've tried to come up with an idea that will allow me to put out a little bit more content in a more regular fashion, as my normal content does take a long time to complete and upload. So if you like this video, just give it a like. And if you enjoy my content in general, consider subscribing to the channel. This has been Chaps, and I will see you soon.